One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will put it away to get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Boston College's offense will go on the attack first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Caught in the backfield. It's Lawson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. This crowd full of ropes, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
This offense has it with really good field position. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
From the gun, looking for a man. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on MK if they can stop him on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got it down the left side. Open spaces. He's at the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2. two after the big play up top. And the Golden Eagles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Touchdown, Boston College! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Right on target this time. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Clemson is quick to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Tempo in overdrive. To the air on 2nd down. All by himself. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it on the move. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Handoff to the lone back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Golden Eagles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And the Golden Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
that is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Oh, the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Shoots it to the left. With the catch, it's Davidson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Rush is on him. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Right down the middle. Found the seam. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Max looking for the goal line. Max going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Lawson. At the 45 on his way. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Lost a throw on first down. Got him downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. wants to go up top. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the... He's brought down at the 26. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. He fires one deep down the right side. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Finds his man. It's Rodgers. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Zings it complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Makes a connection. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rodgers. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Awesome body control and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pocket breaking down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Snagged in the middle, it's Rodgers. He's dragged down at the 12, chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Second down, he'll throw it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Boston College lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Stealing a score on special teams.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
To tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Toledo is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 14 to Eastern Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the back.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Lawson. There he goes to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Eagles. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Running back searching for a hole. Shot down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out.
He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. The 42-yard field goal that was no good gives them the ball back at the 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Makes the catch down the right side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This time they'll go to the running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. On target to the left. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Boston College! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch. It's Cook. Lots of room to run. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here. 1st and 10 from the 33. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. The sure hands. It's Cook.
Defensive back has got to do a better job getting his hand on these receivers on the slant routes. Right now, it's basically free access, and the offense, quarterback...
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Boston College will send out the punt team. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one.
biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
And the extra point was good. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Throws to the back. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabs it inside the 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. This Boston College offense has it working. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Wide out trying to get it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Boston College.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to BYU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
He rifles one deep to the left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Going for the big play. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's going for it all. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own. Great field position. Great place to start for this offense. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Eagles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Boston College, 42.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Give to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to...
Breaks into the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Denson. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Second down, they'll go to the air. This time on target.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive.
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Tiger! A great catch and run for 6. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give as they work on that clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Davidson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And some room to work. Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give on the inside. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick it off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Harris. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Gain of 23 on the play. Good enough for a 1st down.
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another